Just wanted to give an update on the backyard back here. It's the beginning of March and spring has sprung over here in Sacramento. We're getting a lot of rain clouds lately. So now that it's not raining, it's a good time. So this is kind of my flower alley. It's where I put all my flowers. So starting from the gate over here. This one is carnation. So the flower just died after like 3 months of blooming. So it's definitely one of our favorite flowers. And it looks like it's doing good, especially with all the rain. So all these will be turning into flowers. So that's exciting. I have all these seedlings on the ground. I put in a flower power mix, so I just spread a bunch of seeds all over. And with all the rain, they're coming out great. You can see them. It says they germinate in like a week and a half, so it's been like 3 weeks. This one's the pink flowers coming out. I'm not familiar with all the names of these. I'm not gonna try to name it, but just show you how it's doing. This one's a salvia, I believe. It's been shooting out flowers all winter too. So that's a great one. Hummingbirds love it. Ooh, look at this seedling. Wow. Just in a couple weeks. This one's it's called kangaroo paw. I guess because the flowers kind of look like a kangaroo paw. So yeah, they look pretty cool. Here's the one where the flowers are opening. And here's my citrus kind of hedge. So this one's the lime tree over here. Been there for 3 years. It's getting real big. Clementine. It's been about 3 years. It's getting pretty big. Gave me a lot of them last year. And a Mineola, Tangelo. So you got the variety, different varieties. It's good to mix it up. Here's a pear tree. And it has not started coming out yet. But back here, if you look, I got some apple branches grafted on here. So they're starting to come out, which is kind of crazy. Because my other apple tree is not budding at all yet. So I guess grafting it, I don't know if it uses more energy on that. But you can see the graft point right here. Right there and right there, see? It's the only thing in my yard that took to grafting. All the other ones didn't. Back here you got the blackberry. This one's awesome. Like it's already shooting up little ones down there. They come up when this thing starts at the beginning of spring. So these are all kind of new growth. And all those up there going along the fence. It'll make it all the way down the fence if you let it. But you got to keep pruning it, and it makes it want to get more bushy instead of long. I just put this one in. It's like a Josta berry or something. So we'll see how that does. I had a different blackberry back there, but it wasn't that good. Some raspberry shortcake. And then it spreads over here too. So it spreads a lot. That's why this is just open, so it has room to spread everywhere. Here's another raspberry. I cut that down so the new growth will shoot up here. Here's some of the raspberry they kind of mined out over here. This one's spread as well. You can see how it just spreads everywhere. Blackberry. Baby cakes. Here's one that spread. Buds popping out. And another blackberry. All different varieties. And here's my cherry. Rainier cherry. It just started budding out. Everywhere. So that's definitely exciting. Let's see. Let me get up in here. Here's what the flowers look like. That thing is loaded. My goodness. Hopefully I'll get some cherries. It has to be cross-pollinated. Okay. Yeah, coming out. Here's the pluots tree that's been budding. Beautiful. All the way up. And it's a 4-in-1. 4 different varieties on one tree. Here's another cherry tree. See, these buds haven't started coming out yet, but almost. And it's a 4-in-1. See, 4 different varieties on here. That's the way to do it if you got a small backyard. Just get grafted trees with a bunch of different varieties. Here's my nectarine trees. All the buds are looking good. Quite a bit. See, here's what this flower looks like. And then here's what this one looks like. A little bit different. It's a white and yellow variety. One of them's yellow, one of them's white, I forgot. But it looks like one tree. And then you got another blackberry here. I used to have blueberries here, but they didn't do that good in pots, so I put a blackberry in the ground since it seems to do good. So this one's 1-year-old. That's why it's so small. Here's the pineapple guava. 3 years old. It's a slow grower. See, all this is old growth. And this is all the new growth. And here is a pink guava. I just put that in because to fill in this space in the corner. I thought the goji berries would kind of take it over, but it hasn't been too bad, so I figured I could put another tree here. since I love guavas. This is the goji berry. It is coming out of dormancy, pushing growth, spreading a little bit. It likes to spread. See, pushing growth, especially up here where the sun is. I used to have passion fruit over here, but it was just going too crazy and taking up everything, so I took it out and I put blueberry bushes over here instead, which is pushing growth. So we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna try blueberries in the ground. They say it's a little harder, but it didn't do good in the pot. So spread those seeds around here so you can see. I do have a tortoise, so I let him walk around back here and he can munch on the vegetation, like the flowers where they look good, stuff like that. And I forgot what this one is. It's a gooseberry or a black currant, but it's pushing growth, so you can see. And this is my apple tree. And it's a 6-in-1, as you can see. Each branch is different. And it has not come out of dormancy yet. That's why I was surprised that grafted apple was in full bloom. Here's the pomegranate bushes. One's a white variety, one's a red. Looks like one giant bush when it has all the leaves. But it has started pushing some growth, as you can see. Here's my succulent mixes. They made it through all this crazy rain. This one's lost a lot of leaves, and I might lose a couple in here, but the whole thing looks good overall. And my other guava trees. This one's a lemon variety, lemon guava. You can see all the fruit buds in there. Looks prolific. This one's a strawberry guava. Looks kind of scraggly because we had high winds and it fell over. It lost a lot of leaves and leaves got blown off. But it's got new buds. And then to the most exciting part. The side yard chill out zone. Okay. So again, this is a whole kind of like flowers leading into here. I put a bunch of those seeds here. So we'll see. And this one's a pincushion flower. I forgot. But it's had pretty much flowers the whole winter. It's been doing really good. So I'm excited about that. Here's the shamrock. I got that last March during St. Patrick's Day. So it's about a year in the ground. It's been flowering all winter. Look at the seedlings, more flowers. Here's the other salvia. This one hasn't been flowering yet, but it definitely will. Here's another cherry tree. Almost about to bud. And here it is, the entrance. Welcome. I tried to, before I let the grapes go crazy this year, I tried to prune it right, so we'll see if it works. This one's a green Thompson. That's how you're supposed to cane prune it. That means cut it all the way back so the stuff just grows all the way. We'll see if it works. The grapes haven't done as good as I would like these past years. I've been having pest issues. So here's one that sprouted up. It spread all the way from that one here. Yeah, these it's a white raspberry. So raspberry and blackberry, they tend to spread a lot. So just make sure it's in a place that you don't mind that, or you got to keep picking it out of the ground. So here's the white raspberry. It's very thorny though. Started pushing some growth, so you can see. And it just grows out of here. I gotta keep pruning it, otherwise it's just long and straggly. When this gets all covered, it gets kind of shady down here, so I wanted to put foxtail fern. Hopefully it'll kind of fill in this area a little bit. Here's the black raspberry, and this one's pretty prolific. It's been growing everywhere. Got a bunch of them last year, so I'm assuming it's gonna, have a big harvest this year. But it's very thorny as well. And it is just about to come out, but not yet. And the grapevine goes all the way from over here, all the way over here, and across here. I also have it growing across here. But you gotta keep it pruned up, otherwise it'll get out of control. This one's the mulberry. This one's a couple years old. It was just a little stick when I first put it in the ground. It's coming out of dormancy, pushing growth, as you can see. It has gotten very tall, so I pruned it. Otherwise it'd be way out there. Here's another one. I thought it would fill in the fence nicely, so I put two of them. This one is same thing. Here's a Azalea Encore. I'm really excited for this one. It pretty much pushes flowers all year long. And it's evergreen, so it looks like this all winter. Looks great. Kind of my succulent row, just for the succulents. So I don't water this. I just keep it dry. They do good. This aloe vera is like a couple years old. It's gotten huge. These ones are just ones I get from my work. Sometimes they can't sell plants, and then I take them home instead of them just throwing it away. So my statue. Hey, what's up, Mr. Frog? He always says what's up. He's a nice guy. All right. It's always fun to watch when it first comes on. Look at that, I might even get a plant. Yeah, over here it's real shady. It gets afternoon sun, but everything kind of gets shaded along the fence line. So I put ferns here. This one only had a few arms, and then it just started going crazy. I forgot what kind of fern, but it is. It's really good. Where this one's a Boston fern, and looks a little more scraggly. It didn't like the heat wave, the Sacramento heat that we got last year, so kind of lost a lot of foliage. But I'll give it another year, see what it does, or I'll replace it. That's the beauty. Year after year, you can see what does good, take notes, get educated, get experience, and then next year you do it right. Or try it different, switch it up. What's up? Here's my blueberry, half a wine barrel. And I got 3 different varieties in here. And they are starting to come out of dormancy. Look at this one. Look at the buds on that. Look at the big buds on that. Yeah. So we got quite a few of those. Yeah. But the birds, they'll get your blueberries. You gotta cover them. Here's gonna be my tortoise's home. I'll put it back over here. And this is a bougainvillea. It's gotten pretty thorny. I used to give it a lot of nitrogen to help it grow because it was a little baby, but they said that just creates a lot of foliage and like green growth rather than the flower growth, so it gets more thorns. So this year I'm gonna stop watering it. They said don't water it, don't prune it, and don't fertilize it, just give it bloom fertilizer. So we're gonna try that out and see. And hopefully it'll just grow flowers off all this instead of the crazy thorny growth. But it goes all the way over the fence on the other side, and it has all these pretty flowers. Looks nice. So I just let it fill up this whole thing. And some more azaleas. These ones are red ones. This one's an autumn fern. It's kind of a shorter, bushier one. So this is all the shade-loving stuff. Before I put sun-loving stuff over here, it didn't bloom any flowers, so I learned my lesson. I put azaleas because they like shade, and they bloom flowers all year long. So yeah, that'll be all azaleas and ferns. So it should look nice all year long. And then the star of the show, you got the weeping Santa Rosa plum. Now this is my most vigorous tree right here. It has grown to the top of the house. And it gets all these pretty flowers everywhere. Up and down the branches. Look at that. Everywhere. Everywhere. And the branches grow straight up. And then when it gets fruit, it's supposed to weigh the branches down and weep down everywhere. So that's the plan. I let it get kind of tall, so it'll weep down and you'll still be able to grab the fruit. I did prune the heck out of it. So, you know, this is actually it really thinned out. This thing would be so full, so tall, to the top of the house right now if I didn't. So, yeah, it's kind of cool. And then this one is a skyflower, I believe. This one's an evergreen. it's been pretty full, but with the wind and it's losing all its leaves because it's shooting out new growth. So yeah, as you can see there, some new growth. So it'll be putting on some leaves, and then the flowers, they kind of come later in summer and in fall, but it has these purple flowers draping down all over. Like, it looks really nice. It's pretty much all the flowery stuff back here. It's my chill out zone, that's why. So I like to chill back here. Just kind of look at all the flowers and ease my mind. Where out here is mostly the fruit stuff. I don't have enough room for vegetables, and it's just adding more to the plate when I already got enough on my plate. So I don't do vegetables, just fruit. So that's it. That completes the tour. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.